Namaste, it's the Spiritual Daywalker, hashtag Schrödinger's cards, with your tarot card reading for the next full moon phase from 12th until 27th of August. This full moon will be in Aquarius, so Cancer, it's probably going to make you realize something about your emotional state and about what kind of, well, love and relationship and whatever you want to have in your life. And you're actually, well, you have to be honest with yourself about looking for something like that. Because actually, in preparation for this, I was already conducting a reading for Cancer, and somehow, the recording went off, so something about my interpretation was off. What wasn't off was that the wind actually blew a Two of Cups in my face. So there is something coming in terms of love and relationship that you will be confronted with, whether it's how you think relationship supposed to, pop up in your life, or what exactly you're looking for, how you stand towards the idea of a relationship. Doesn't have to be romantically, most likely implies it though, because our self-love and the way we conduct ourselves in this reality is always like the magnetic pull for pulling someone or people into our life, love into our life in any form. That being said, I don't do love readings. If love comes up in a reading, that is on you because you are attracting it. But life is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I don't want you to project anything into your reality that is not supposed to be there just because I say so. Also, it's a general reading. If the message doesn't resonate for you, then feel free to drop the message. If it does, feel free to drop a comment, like and subscribe and all that stuff. I unfortunately had to move locations because of a power outage, and now I kind of have to warn you, there's some trucks going on, some construction around the corner, but probably with this microphone you're still going to hear me. So let's dive into the reading and see what pops up for Cancer in this Aquarius full moon. In the spot of the 0 of your soul, I have a lot of room here, cool. There is an eight of Wands in reverse. So you're still looking for some insight and some really clarity on how to go about what you want. You know what you want. It is there. The energy is there. But still, you feel like something is missing to push you forward. And maybe it's just also an abundance of wands, right? Because the 8 is the infinity symbol. The 8 is the number for abundance, right? The digit for abundance. So you got a lot going on in your soul spot. There's a lot of different wants and needs, and you're kind of wanting to manifest something in your reality that gives you clarity about that. And well, judging from my own experience as a Cancer, it's probably going to happen fast, because it has to happen fast. But let's not just pour myself into this reading. Let's see how this manifests into your reality. In the spot of the 9, you are still in hermit mode. The hermit, that's this beautiful tortoise over here, right? That is you in your shell, still learning something new and trying to get out of your shell, right? Trying to apply what you learned into your reality, but you are still somehow in hermit mode, which is okay, right? I mean, you've been learning a long time now. Okay, don't pour myself into this, but it's okay that the challenge is the hermit. So you actually have to pull back into your reality, realize what you have to sort out, and put yourself out there in a sense, right? So take it as it resonates, but you are manifesting an Empress here. The Empress is a beautiful card for intuition, for knowing what is going on from your gut, right? So that is that clarity you are demanding on a soul level, you're manifesting into your reality. See, this Empress can also be a soul connection, and you being open to something or someone coming in, right? However, since your challenge is the 9, the Hermit, realizing that you are kind of not only healing but learning and are drawn to solitude, there is a challenge of putting yourself out there, socializing, all that stuff. The Hermit implies that, right? Because if you are stuck in your shell, you're not going to get clarity on the way to go. At a certain point you have to move, right? Let's see how the experience is balancing around this spirit access right here. There is a Mother of Wands, so you are attractive, right? And attracting good stuff into your reality. You know about your self-worth, you know what you want, right? So what is the problem with that Eight of Wands then? Why is it in reverse? Maybe because there's too many wands at play and you're kind of still like that, like you're like a diva about it in a sense. Like, no, I don't want this, I want this. Well, let's see, it is balanced out on the other hand by a Four of Cups in reverse. So still something is not quite sitting right with you. Seems like you got all the tools, but still you're struggling with the idea of discontentment, something that doesn't sit right with you emotionally. Well, now what could that be? What could that be? And why ain't you using those emotions to guide you through this experience? Maybe because you're not trusting them anymore, right? Because you got so many of them since you're a Cancer. Your emotions are guiding you through your entire life. And now with this discontentment, you're kind of, well, distrusting your own intuition. On the other hand, there's that Mother of Wands that is actually like, no, this is my self-worth. I am sensitive. So you're trying to balance those two energies. Let's see in a spot of the 3, there is the Daughter of Cups. See, this is this cute little duckling here that is basically your inner child wanting to be vulnerable, wanting to put yourself out there. And it's also maybe someone coming in that values your sensitivity, so you can feel as this Mother of Wands, but somehow something is not sitting right with you, or rather you are working actively with the idea of discontentment. So you realize that this Four of Cups energy has held you back in the past because you actually didn't quite believe that things can happen for you the way you want them to, because somehow you're wounded. Wouldn't surprise myself if there's a Nine of Wands somewhere in this reading. Let's see. If we go further down into manifestation through the challenge surrounding this Hermit over here, there is the Wheel of Fortune in the spot of the 4, which means basically not feeling stable at all, because the spot of the 4 describes your sense of stability, what is giving you stability. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, well, is the feeling of time working against you, not for you, which is kind of problematic in the spot of the 4. So your sense of stability is basically non-existent. You are that Mother of Wands clinging on to her self-worth, but actually you want it to be reflected in your reality to actually feel it, right? Because there's that Four of Cups on the other hand. Let's see. On the other side of the Hermit, balancing the Wheel of Fortune, there is a Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is your vision, what you really want to bring forth in this world. And it seems to be quite clear to you what you actually want somehow. And that's what this Mother of Wands is moving into, right? It's diagonally as a DNA spread. So the Mother of Wands going into the Three of Wands. She knows what she wants, and she wants that Three of Wands vision to be manifested. Now, this Four of Cups is going into the Wheel of Fortune, so maybe not exactly, well, believing that time is, or that the universe is working for you. So be careful not to miss some opportunities, right? Because when you go into hermit mode, go into your shell, that's when you don't meet people, right? That's when you maybe miss some opportunities that life could bring your way if you're just, by yourself, if you're not socializing, talking to people. That is what you probably need to do, and just go with the flow and see what comes up in your reality. I feel like you're well on your way, just because I hope that I am well on my way, and the Hermit is like the centerpiece of it all. So there is something happening, and there is something good happening. You're learning and learning, and basically you're learning to focus on your vision with the fear that time is working against you, right? So you're learning to work through scarcity mindset right here, right? That is like, well, that's some final boss mode right here. Like the last thing you need to do to really get that Eight of Wands going is believe in your vision in the face of adversity. Now let's see what you're manifesting this idea with, moving into your Empress, because the Empress is a good thing to manifest, right? Trusting your intuition. Now let's see whether your reality in the last row will kind of prove you right. Well, at the very least, you stop shitting yourself about how you feel, or at least you should. There is a Seven of Cups here. So the Seven of Cups is a strong sense of identity about your emotional body and how you truly feel. And maybe, just maybe, there is some pain that needs to be felt, right? There is something that needs to pour through so you don't drag it around with you all the time in your neck. Maybe that's that. Let's see how this is balanced by the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, well, as long as you pretend like everything's fine, that like you're believing from your mind because you don't want to feel the emotion that comes with whatever it is that you don't want to feel right here. And the High Priestess in reverse is actually you not exactly being able to listen to your higher calling, even though you are in the energy, right? So it's basically you get the insight, but you don't believe it. You know that you have to believe it, but your emotion is not exactly in it, right? Let's see, in the final spot of the Six, what is the learning from balancing those energies that you have to incorporate? There's a Five of Pentacles in reverse. So there is that pain. There is that pain that you have to let go, or that you are letting go through this experience, right? And that the Five of Pentacles is the idea of being left out in the cold. It is the change in what you need to feel stable in this reality, right? The Five is for change, and the Pentacles is for the idea of stability. So it is trusting your gut in the face of adversity, right? But to be able to do that, there is that Seven of Cups. There is that Seven of Cups that is allowing you to really take a look at what you're feeling and, well, do some energy work, right? So sit with the feeling, meditate yourself into it, and if it comes up, don't try to explain it away, but have a good cry, right? You're a Cancer. You sometimes need a good cry to let that energy through so your High Priestess, your inner knowing, can come through. Because as long as these emotions are blocking it, you cannot come to terms with what is in there, right? What truly wants to come out. The good news is, though, there is that Empress. So the Empress as a manifestation means that this Five of Pentacles right here, that is in reverse, like this, is a realization, right? It's a realization that gets you out of this energy. So you're not moving into it, struggling with it, blah, blah, blah. It's not delayed. You're moving out of this because you've been carrying it around for a long time, right? This idea of being too sensitive, not being enough, yada, 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 having to be more structured, more blah, more this, more that, right? That is that Four of Cups into the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, into the High Priestess in reverse. That is, on the other hand, countered by your passion, the Mother of Wands, into your vision, the Three of Wands, into, well, trying to make it stick by, well, ignoring the fear of it failing. And the fear of it failing, that Seven of Cups right here, well, you really have to look it in the eye and see, like, maybe this anxiety needs to be felt to be let through. So maybe you just need to have a good cry to feel renewed again, right? So it's really for you, Cancer, about energy work, right? About, yeah, taking some time for yourself, not too much, but just taking some time for yourself to really come to terms with what it is you're manifesting and how this challenge makes you feel, because the challenge is definitely believing in your vision, Three of Wands, in the face of adversity, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, where you think like reality, like the walls of reality are getting closer and closer, and you kind of have to, you know, do something, and you go into your shell trying to learn what is necessary, whatever. But what is necessary seems to be really to let through those emotions so your intuition can kick in, right? Because you are, right? You are moving into that Empress, which is beautiful, into manifestation mode. So the Mother of Wands is you feeling you need to believe in yourself. And the Empress is you actually believing in yourself and actually manifesting good shit into your reality. Therefore, you got to believe in that High Priestess right here. And she's a little cluttered with emotional garbage, right? Funny thing is that the Two of Cups, and there was also a Lovers, and Lovers in reverse actually, and a Mother of Cups also in the last reading that I gave, which I kind of misinterpreted, or else it wouldn't have stopped in the middle of the reading, like the recording. However, the idea of meeting a soulmate or whatever, or working with your idea of relationship and what you need from life, well, it's very much tied to this experience, or rather it is the outcome of this experience, because the moment you are in that Empress mode, that's when you truly wholeheartedly attract everything you want into your life. But then you have to get clear on not only what you want, but how you feel about it, because with those emotions you manifest, right? You manifest what your High Priestess wants you to manifest, right? Maybe that High Priestess is even you, right? You as a sensitive guide, as an intuitive empath in this world. So you becoming that High Priestess means you have to be honest about how you're feeling and let that stuff through. Not go, I'm not saying go, like through, like feel it, let it through, have a good cry, so it makes room for you to experience the other stuff. And you realize you don't have to feel that Five of Pentacles like that. It was just like something you got used to over the years. Now you're finally letting it go, right? So that's what you're learning right now, coming out of that hermit mode as the High Priestess, or rather the Empress, the one attracting everything she wants. That is a beautiful, beautiful reading. It really is, right? It seems though that, well, you're manifesting something in your reality that is going to confront you with those emotions, or the Seven of Cups and the Five of Pentacles in reverse, a High Priestess in reverse maybe, right? So letting go of something you have held on for long, right? Fair enough, fair enough. But you are manifesting an Empress right here. That is either you or someone that's gonna, well, take you to the next level, take you into this Empress energy, right? And coming from that Eight of Wands in the soul level is like, you kind of know what you want here. It's just a lot. So that is the advice, right? Believe in your vision in the face of adversity, but then work through the energy, also quite physically, to be able to listen to your intuition like you should, right? So you can let go of this disappointment from the past and really be able to attract into your life what you're supposed to attract into your life, what you are supposed to attract. Cancer, if that resonated with you, then drop a comment, like and subscribe, or DM me or whatever. I'm always keen for feedback, and I hope my own experience didn't bleed too much into this. So that's definitely, just let me know how it felt for you, how you feel in your reality right now, because you are short before really going into manifestation mode and just attracting all the good stuff, right? As a Cancer should. Just by being, you know, you're not the one to go for it, you want to attract stuff into your reality by being like a beacon for for, like, through your sensitivity, you attract people that want to be around you, and that is what you're learning to do again, right? Be in that Empress mode. So that is a beautiful reading. If it resonated, let me know, and enjoy this experience. Take some time for yourself, have a good cry, and enjoy yourself also, right? Believe in your vision, enjoy yourself, so you can really shift those emotions surrounding your vision, right? And manifest from that. Cancer, thank you so much for listening. I love you.